Hello and welcome to the program. I am DEJI360. For quite a while now, there's been mounting calls on the government to designate bandits as terrorists. And that's quite understandable when you consider the enormous atrocities committed by these bandits on a daily basis, especially in the north of Nigeria. Hundreds, if not thousands, of people have died in the hands of these bandits. Many more have been displaced. Kidnapping for ransom has become a daily thing, mostly in the northwest and north central zones, as the bandits wreak havoc. A federal high court has now declared activities of bandits in the country as acts of terrorism. The federal government had filed an ex parte motion claiming that bandits are responsible for several acts of criminality in different parts of the country, which is a threat to national security and the corporate existence of Nigeria. In his pronouncement, Justice Taiwo proscribed Yambendiga and Yantag Tada bandit groups now, and all bandit clusters, quote, either in groups or as individuals by whatever names they are called. The judge directed the federal government to publish the proscription order in the official gazette and 2 national dailies. Now, this literally means that the federal government can tackle bandits like Boko Haram insurgents and every other terrorist group and unleash the full coercive force of the state against them. But then, what difference will this designation make on the ground? All right, joining me to look at this latest development is Dennis Amakari, who is a former director of the Department of State Services, DSS. Mr. Amakari, thank you very much for joining us on the program. How significant is this development? What does it change on the ground that bandits have now been declared? Yes, specifically 2 groups and other similar groups. That's what the court said. So what difference will this make?
Well, it means a lot. It means a lot. In fact, a lot for us in Nigeria because, see, the designation of any group as terrorist group, also have certain procedures or certain processes that follows it. For instance, if you remember, we ordered for some super Tucanos, but the super Tucanos cannot be used because the agreement, the sales agreement, indicated that you can use it for terrorists, but not for bandits. So now that this particular group, the Yambindiga and these other guys, Yamtada, have been declared as terrorist groups, then the super Tucanos can be used on them. So this is one locally, and there are other international implications too.
Now, accepted the super Tucano can be used on them. What about other weaponry, for instance, probably high-grade weaponry? Is it could this pave the way for such to be used on them as well, just like the type now that the Nigerian government uses against Boko Haram?
Oh yeah, definitely, because the Super Tucano is among the top military armaments that could be used. And you can imagine that when the United States declared that you cannot use them, it tells you the grade, the military grade of that particular aircraft. So now that these guys have been declared as terrorists, then of course they will have terrorist answers to their activities.
But some people would argue that before this designation by the court and by the Nigerian government, that look, whether you like it or not, the military has been, very hard on this bandits, very, very hard, deploying, very heavy firepower against them. Yet they've not been defeated. So how can this be a game changer on the ground in reality?
In reality, the Super Tucanos are a game changer themselves because it is designed.
The reason I'm asking this is, look, we've used fighter jets, bombers, whether you like it or not, helicopter gunships against these insurgents.
Yes.
I mean, not the insurgents now, against the bandits. So
against the bandits.
Yes. So what will this change? I mean, is it just the game changer here is just because the Super Tucano might be brought in this time?
the armament that we are using against them right now, the technology is even an old technology. We were using alpha jets that were, one of them was even shot down from what we hear, but this is state-of-the-art technology, state-of-the-art technology, and you can see that things are all working together now. The last meeting that the president had with the service chiefs, he particularly, asked them to fight and get rid of terrorism in the country. And now the Supreme Court have gone ahead, the court itself has gone ahead to say, yes, these guys are terrorists. So we have armaments that we cannot use. And then, of course, with these declarations, I think they will go out for them. Now, the game changer there is the level of technology that we are going to use, because they have sensory qualities and other ones that, well, maybe a technical Air Force person will tell you more about it. But that is, where we are now. And I think I don't have any doubt that it should be able to do things for us.
But other than this deployment of Super Tucano and some of the things you have identified, what else do you think we need to do now that this designation has been made to up our game in the fight against this well, we can't call them bandits anymore, but terrorists?
They are terrorists now, yes. And then, of course, we'll be fighting this particular insurgency for more than 10 years. And there is a significant thing, and thank you for asking that question, because I want to talk to the Nigerian people that this particular war we've been fighting has been left for the military alone. I think it's high time now for an all-society approach where every Nigerian should get involved. Getting involved in different ways, either by information, either by refusing to sell your food to the bandits, or, whatever, selling fuel to the bandits. All the society, people in society should now come together and then agree that we should stop this, because I think we've left it to the security agencies alone.
Do you have any fear at all that this designation could make the bandits sort of change their modus operandi by, probably start thinking of taking territories rather than kidnap people for ransom?
Oh, there is nothing that is going to be new to Nigeria right now. They've been taking territories, and we'll be taking it back from them. They've been killing people outrightly, so this is not going to change anything to them. The only problem they will have also internationally is that, the United States has gone out on an international network to track terrorist financing. And this is going to affect them, because right now they are going to look where these guys are getting their money, where they are buying logistics, where they are getting the money to buy all those motorcycles and Hilux trucks, and then where they are buying all the fuel and feeding themselves and buying the AK-47s they are carrying. Those AK-47s are not less than 300,000 naira each.
And obviously this will affect their suppliers, because we've seen in the past where those who supply them logistics, for instance, even those who supply them arms and food, were caught. So quit means the law now that applies to them will definitely apply to those who supply them their logistics.
The long arms of the law is coming to those people that have been supporting them and supplying them, things. So
because obviously they will be treated as terrorists as well.
Pardon me?
I said obviously they just might be treated as terrorists as well.
Oh no, they were waiting for us to, Boko Haram has been declared as a terrorist organization long time ago, from the United States law of the executive order 13224, something like that.
What I'm saying is their logistics suppliers, I'm talking about the bandits now who have been declared terrorists, that now their logistics suppliers could be tagged terrorists as well.
Oh yeah, they are supporters of terrorist organization. They are not declared as terrorists. They are declared as supporters of terrorist activities. You know, so these guys are going to be they will call them what entities of particular interest. You know, entities of particular interest, and they are going to be, of course, dealt with, because all their finances and all their channels might be looked into and blocked, frozen by the world policeman, which is the United States.
All right. I'll wait and see what this changes actually on the ground, because that's where we want to see the difference. Thank you very much, Mr. Makri, for joining us on the program.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll take a short break now, and we'll be right back.
Opinions are free, facts are sacred, but truth is universal.
How, in practical terms, can we, for instance, de-escalate the tension?
President must see himself as the President of the Federal Republic.
We know where the enemy is. 3 places. The Lake Chad Basin, the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and then the Sambisa Forest.
On DEJI360, we give you a complete dose of everything. Opinion, facts, and undiluted truth.
I hardly believe what politicians say in this part of the world.
A new Nigeria is possible, a future is possible.
We delve into the issues, dissect it so that you can understand it, use it to take action.
I don't think there's any need for any governor to look for grant for ranching.
DEJI360, dissecting the issues.